Come on!
And now, here's
Andrew Z. How about that Andrew Z? I said Andrew Z. In the morning, it's time to wake up. Andrew Z. In the morning, yeah. Come on.
What is up? What is up? What is up? Last show of the week. It is Thursday, February 4th, 2021 of the year of our Lord. Welcome to the show, everybody. Demetrius Nicodemus. Oh, he says outside Gina's out today. Poor Georgia's feeling it. She's having to do all the producing all by her lonesome. Chris Tiefel is here, though. Donny P will be in a moment. Ashley P coming up. Hang on.
Andrew Z. In the morning.
Oh, you're doing fine, Georgia. Don't you worry your pretty little head.
Yeah.
Like, what I love most about Georgia being part of this is now it's just proved to me that she can actually wake up earlier than she ever claimed that she was able to wake up. So now So now I get the last laugh, and all the time she was like, I couldn't get up, I was asleep.
Well, it depends on the important. Go ahead, Demetrius.
You can't do new shit around Chris. You just can't, because Chris doesn't appreciate the fact that like maybe you've learned a new skill. He just assumes that you've been hiding it from him all this time. Like so he just assumes that that's how you were born, and that you've just hidden that characteristic from him, and then slipped up somehow and been like, oh shit, now he knows I wake up early.
Well, the other thing is too. I mean, honestly, he's not important enough. Who would think he was important enough to get up for?
I mean, one would think that your sister would think you're important enough to get up for.
No, of course not.
Family's the worst. Family is the one that will always assume that you're the one that won't get pissed because you know them.
Yeah, it's because I know them that I get pissed.
She's never forgotten that you dropped her on her head as soon as
I did not drop her on her head. I almost dropped her on. I was 6 years old. She got brought home from the hospital, brand new bouncing baby bundle. And her stepmom thought, hey, 6-year-old, do you want to hold the fragile baby? Here, hold the fragile baby. And we're not going to sit anywhere near you. So you're alone on the couch holding the fragile baby. And then the baby moved, and I freaked, and I almost dropped her onto the coffee table. But her stepmom was like super ninja mom powers and like swooped in and got her. But I think we all regret it to this day that I was not successful.
Oh, wow. Go ahead, Demetrius.
It's like, I don't know who would give a 6-year-old a baby. Well, back in the day, Chris, during wagon trains and Indian raids and shit like that. Do you think somebody looked at little Wampum and handed him his little baby and said, now, little Wampum, we're going to stand around here and make sure you don't drop the baby. But, we are battling things like, an American invasion, smallpox, bears, and that kind of thing. So we're just going to leave the baby with you, little Wampum.
Yes.
And don't say to me that I can't believe you left this baby with a 6-year-old. I saw you take down an elk with 2 hands and just determination.
And when the white devil comes to the teepee, just pretend like you're not home.
Yeah,
Yep,
this was
right.
This was 1990. We knew better.
Oh,
Yep. This is what we should have done. Like now that we do with Jehovah's Witnesses. If just Indians had not answered the door of the country and been like, turn off all the country and nobody make a sound. Shh.
They won't know we're here.
They won't know. Oh, there's nobody here. We have all these copies of the Watchtower to hand out to heathens, and doesn't seem like there's any heathens here.
The Watchtower. Oh, good morning, everybody. Welcome. Anyone got anything this morning? I got a ton of celebrity stuff that I'll bury for a little later. But
can I give like some advice to people? And this goes, I just think it's sweeping and it's good for everybody.
Okay.
And that is stop doing things that you love to do when you were a kid with your children. With the children. Don't do the thing, because children will ruin your childhood memories.
They'll shit on them.
Will shit on your good time that you thought you had, because you tried to recreate a memory with them that you love so much. Don't watch movies with them. Don't watch shit that you liked with them. Never, ever, ever. It only paid off once.
How many times I want to hear the one time, but how many times have you recreated something with them that you loved and they're like, this is stupid?
Yeah. Like,
really?
Camping. Like, let me just tell you, and I'm not a big fan of camping either, but I've had some good times outside.
Uh-huh.
And to have a child look at you and fucking compare you to a homeless person and then say to you, I don't understand why you would enjoy this. And then just drive home the point that there's better things indoors. Like, you're just like, well, why are we roasting marshmallows? Well, you know how much sugar is in this? Fuck you, kid. How about I cancel you? I'll TikTok the fact that you don't like s'mores and see your following just drop.
TikTok it. Then we went camping one time with the kids, and I had to plug in my sleep apnea machine. So we had to have a trailer, but we did it, and the girls had fun. But some of this, like, they were fighting. It's like, come on, stop! This is supposed to be fun. Stop fighting! Oh, it's so annoying.
Yeah, but see, you only remember the good parts of the camping when you were a kid. You don't remember that you also fought with your siblings. You also thought it was the worst thing in the world until those few little highlights that you now remember.
But you know what? Our parents were drunk. Like, that was the big difference. Like, you could drink openly. I mean, I remember there was a time when, like, drinking in your automobile was okay. Like, it was just, you just got there happier.
Hey, as long as you're not drunk, drinking in your car should be okay. I should be able to have a road beer.
Some states it is. I think, what is it?
A road pop.
Kentucky, maybe? No. There's one state where it's totally legal.
Mississippi.
As long as you're not driving, of course.
Yeah.
Well, no. Well, see, no. Yeah, that's the part of the law I've never understood. Like, I can get why they would fully restrict the driver from drinking at all. Period. I get it, but why can't the passengers have a road pop?
Right. Let's do this.
Because they're afraid you're going to sneak it, and then they're afraid if you're drinking it.
Where's the truck?
It makes the driver mad. That's why.
You're talking about canceling. Real quick, and if anyone has anything that you've done with the kids that they shit on that you loved as a kid and they thought was stupid or didn't want to do it, or then jump on in.
You
Donny,
were all excited to pop on them, and then all of a sudden your great memory was not so great. You made you think that maybe you were molested as a child.
They frowned upon. They stuck their nose up at this thing that you loved as a kid that you wanted them to do with you, and hoped that they would love it as much, and they didn't. Oh, so annoying.
Let me think here. Yeah, I don't know.
Okay. So D was talking about canceling things. Canceling his kid. You hear about this? This Morgan Wallen, who's a country singer.
Oh.
Now I thought the only way to get, he's no longer eligible for Country Music Award. I thought the only way to get eligible was to use a racial slur. So I'm very confused about country music.
Yeah, especially the way he did it. Like, I almost picture like they judge you like the X Games, like on creativity, like how you stuck the racial slur landing, you know.
Okay.
Oh, he did a triple flip and then did a quadruple N-word and then stuck it with like an Asian slur. Good for you.
Speaking of how he did it, because I haven't seen the video. Is it bad? Like, is it bad? Like, bad. If he was he using it? Did he use the A at the end? Was he like using it as a term of endearment for his loved one?
Yeah, it was a hard R. The mullet requires the hard R.
Oh yeah.
This dude, I would expect, if he didn't say the N-word, I would be surprised.
But even if he had put the A at the end, I can't think of a scenario where somebody in that image that even tries using that is appropriate.
Dude, he cut the sleeves off of a collared shirt. Come on,
like Eminem using the A at the end. Okay, maybe. All right. Country music dude who cut the sleeves off of a collared shirt. Nah, that's not the person who's walking up to his buddies and saying that.
And real quick, for those, I'll let you guys jump in. But for those who hadn't heard the story, Nashville's Big Loud Records says has now made the decision to suspend Morgan Wallen's recording contract indefinitely in light of the video. Crazy. Now, in the footage, the country star reportedly filmed by a neighbor last weekend. The 27-year-old has been saying goodbye to some friends and calling one of them the N-word. He apologized for the incident. I'm embarrassed and sorry, he told NBC, and TMZ rather, which first published the footage. I used an unacceptable and inappropriate racial slur that I wish I could take back. There are no excuses to use the type of language ever. I want to sincerely apologize for using the word. I promise to do better.
When did TMZ transform from sleazy gossip to like actual taking down of celebrities, like actual legitimate news?
Because sometimes they're right. It's like the National Enquirer. Not every story is Bat Boy. But
yes, I've gotten to the point where I don't believe a celebrity's dead until TMZ is the one who says it.
So what do you guys think? Do you should he be? Here's the Republic, the right, the hard right, and I'll let you jump in, Donny. The hard right likes to say, "Oh, cancel culture. Oh, woke." Cancel culture is just you're being accountable for the things that you're doing.
Okay, but you know, we're canceling somebody who used a racial slur very casually as to suggest he uses it all the time, versus them wanting to cancel a guy for kneeling. Well, yeah. I don't think things are equal on that. We're good.
Yeah, like I'm down with anyone getting a second chance, but after this incident, and when you think of one of his hits is I live the way I talk. You have to.
Irony.
Wow. It's hard to defend the way you talk when you're like, I live the way I talk.
Yeah, you got a gold album here that says that you should be accountable. I'm sorry, it literally says that this is what you do. I'm okay. I'm okay with some of it. I take exception to like going back years and years and years into somebody's past and then bringing those things up and then trying to hold them accountable for what happened years ago to today's standards.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of fucked up. But dude,
like for instance,
2021, you got to know somebody. Look, you got a friend who don't like you. He doesn't say that because you buy a lot of shit, but he don't like you and he's just waiting and you got a mullet and it's going to happen.
Yeah, he thought there was no way the neighbor was going to get him back for parking out in front of his house. But
right?
No way.
Yeah,
it's like what you were saying, D. It's like people were trying to go after Jimmy Kimmel for like sketches and stuff that he did back in like the mid to late 90s and stuff, and or the Man Show itself. But I mean, he's obviously grown a lot, changed his viewpoint on things, and evolved his comedy to go along with that. That really going back 20, 30 years in his career and going, oh, look at this sketch he did where it was transphobic is just kind of ridiculous.
But you got to look, and you got to look at the times at the time. Like we didn't have Me Too yet. Like a 70-year-old dude. Like if I say, oh man, I work with this colored guy, you're going to be like, what the fuck? What the fuck is wrong with you? But a 70-year-old dude says, oh, my neighbor's this colored guy. Well, he's 70, and you kind of give him.
And that's the nicest way he can say it. Like that's the nicest way he knows. Like that's as woke as he gets in his 70s, right? Is the fact that he calls them a nice colored family.
Right.
Like that is the guy who was still gonna cut that dude's grass, likes him as much as he can. But he doesn't know how to call him Thomas. He's just the colored neighbor. And that's just how it is.
Or like you can't be offended
He's
if
not
you're
burning a cross on the lawn.
You can't be offended. You can't be offended if you're a woman and a 7-year-old dude calls you, hey, sweet cakes, come here. I mean, it's just that's the way they talked back then. You just don't know. You're not doing it on purpose. Or back in the day, a bunch of women come out and say he called me sweet cakes and touched my ass. Well, that was kind of okay back then. Now it's not okay now, but you can't hold them to today's standards for something that they did back then when that was okay.
But I mean, technically it was never okay. It was just not thought of as actionable.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you know, I get there. Like I'm totally down with like everybody being empowered and everybody being treated equally. But to go back and then sit there and try to go, well, let me run through my Rolodex of memories to see at what point I really should have started to be offended. Then I think is like you're wasting a lot of mental energy doing that shit.
Right. Oh my God. It was such a good conversation. I have a couple other things. I want a couple local guys that I want to wish good luck to. My good friend Julian Mack. Now he ran for city council after all those city council members of Toledo, they all got kicked off city
arrested.
Council. Yeah,
arrested. Don't say
Indicted
kicked off city council. They got indicted. You talk like you're hoping that we're still going to get opportunities to interview. Like, fuck, you've been indicted. You're like, well, we don't want to shut any doors right now. Maybe these guys will come on and talk to us.
Well, now Julian Mack has checked himself into rehab after an overdose. He was taken to a local hospital after he had snorted something, but didn't know what it was. Julian,
okay. I mean,
accidentally
if you don't know what the drug is, why are you taking it?
I know. Nowadays, they'll throw anything in him.
Yeah, maybe he just got confused at how all the crime shows do it. You know, usually they just put their finger in it and go like this. And he was like, I saw an episode where they just were like, all right, it's salt.
For all he knows, it's a big pile of MSG, and that's just not healthy.
Right.
He was treated and released, but now the former Titty City Council candidate is now seeking help.
Did you say Titty Council?
Yeah. No, he said Titty City Council.
Titty City Council.
The Titty City Council.
I had no idea that was one of Toledo's nicknames.
Man, I didn't know that was a separate city council.
I imagine they're far more attractive.
We just had a council of titties that just came along and and set a titty standard in the city of titty.
The Titty City Council.
I'm okay
Yeah,
with
the
my
titties-
tax dollars going to the Titty City Council.
Look at poor George. He's like, "Yep, all guys today."
First of all, thank you for spelling titties with 2 D.
I know, I love
Right.
it.
That makes it okay.
It makes it okay. So anyway, Julian, I like the guy. He's a good guy. So hopefully he gets that all figured out. And then the other one is my friend Todd Crandall, who is racing for recovery. Interviewed him several times. I like Todd. He's started a addiction recovery organization. He runs marathon. He runs Ironmans and stuff like that. He started this back in 2001. Well, apparently he's had, and he's married. He's got a family, and apparently he has had some affairs with some of his patients. Some, and I guess the state board of recovery, whatever.
They frown on that.
Yeah, they do frown on that, and I'm sure his wife frowns on that as well. I'm guessing.
Sure.
I don't know, but anyway, he's admitted having multiple relationships with clients, and he's worked out a deal with the Chemical Dependency Professional Board where he's kind of admitted it happened back in November, and that way nothing's going to happen. He can stay open and do all that, and he just has apologized for or whatever and moving on. So I like Todd. Todd's a good guy. Probably not the best decision to hook up with some patients, but hopefully he'll. What are you doing, D?
It's replacement. It's replacement therapy. You know, like I grew up in the program with my mom and my stepdad. You know, and people would just replace their addictions to drugs with like coffee and cigarettes, and he found a healthier alternative. You know, replace your addiction with this D.
Dabooty?
What's the matter, Demetrius? What are you doing over there?
I don't know. I feel a certain kind of way about that. That's just that's like, you know, doctor patient. That's like attorney client. That is, I mean, when you, especially, it's like teacher student.
Right.
When somebody, especially somebody in that kind of position where they're battling an addiction and they're looking at you for strength, you
should know better.
Especially, dude, I don't know. I think that's a dirt.
It is a trust violation.
Yeah, for sure.
Like that is just, I don't know how you can keep your doors open. I don't know.
Look at Danielle Marie.
Addiction.
She gets the post of the morning.
Yes, he does.
Comment of the morning goes to Danielle.
Man.
As you notice, it's all
52.
Hey, where's Ashley? It's all dudes today. What happened to Ashley?
So when I texted you that I was running behind, literally I had just woke up. I usually set like 4 alarms. I only set like 1, and I turned it off like at 4:50. So when I woke up, it was 6:25, and I opened my phone, and you guys already had like the pre-show song going. So there was no way. I mean, she's sleeping. There's no way I was going to get her up and get her ready.
That's
and
fine.
I was going to cancel, but I saw Gina already canceled. I'm like, oh, I guess I'm not canceling. let me go find some shoes.
He's not even wearing pants right now. He just threw on a shirt.
Dude, well, here, this is like, I didn't even have time to make coffee. I'm drinking one of the mini Dr. Pepper cans from out of the fridge. Like, I need some kind of caffeine.
That's the cutest little Dr. Pepper can ever.
I thought you woke up and were a giant.
Well, my hands are giant anyway, so it's hard to
say. Just say V54 Dr. Pepper.
You know the Dr. Pepper commercial where the little guy is
Dr. Pepper,
that's sweet.
Give us money, Dr. Pepper.
Monster hair like Dr. Pepper.
So we go to the store yesterday. And I I get a few things that are $1, and Colleen says, "Well, how much were they?" Because I got like 10 of them.
Yeah.
She's like,
10 for 10.
She's like, I'm like, they're $1. So she asked I walk away. I put them on the counter, and I walked away to look at something else. And she asked the sales girl, because they didn't have price tag on them. She's like, "Are they $1 or are they $1.99?" And then the girl at the counter says, "Actually, they're 99 cents." And she goes, "Okay." But the lady said something interesting. She said that women round up, and men round down, because women do the finances for the most part. So I thought that was kind of interesting that she said that. Because I rounded down. I rounded from 99 cents. She thought I rounded down
a whole $1
from 1.99.
That is irresponsible.
Yeah, you don't round down unless you're under $5.
See, Georgia says the same thing that happens. The cashier made that observation anyway.
And I thought that was just like an old person thing, like old people round up and like young people like round down, because it's like they have hope, and so they round down. And old people, like, you ask an old person what time it is, they'll tell you 6 o'clock, and it could be 5:15. Now, yeah. Like they will tell you it's 6, because they'll be like, "Well, it's closer to 6 than it is to 5,"
which is almost 7. Well, I got to get ready for bed.
Right. And then you're like, "Fuck, you're into tomorrow."
Right. It's like 6 o'clock. It's Tuesday. It's actually Monday, but it's closer to Tuesday than Sunday.
Yeah, most of Monday's gone. We might as well start planning for Tuesday.
This is the one thing they do in Europe that I think we should do here, where they include the entire cost of the item in the price that you see on the shelf, so that you don't even have to think tax in your head. You just take the item up, and if it said $6.98, you're getting charged $6.98. And that's just beautiful to me.
I've never had that issue where, like, man, the tax got me. I didn't have 6 cents.
You're like, oh shit! I only
you get to the higher dollar items. You're buying a TV. You're buying a.
What do you mean it's $1.07?
I got 5 cents to cover incidentals. What are you talking about?
Incidentals. It's so true too. Kids will do that same thing. They'll be
every day.
They correct me all the time. It drives me crazy. I'm like, "Hey, it's 9:30. It's 9:25. I got 5 more minutes."
Oh, yeah. And then you're like this. Oh, but it's 9:30 because your mouth just lost 5 minutes. So.
You just sassed me 5 minutes into the future. So now
when I was a kid, I was convinced parents were on bar time.
Yeah. Right? I know. There's some nights where it's 8:30. Yes, I gotta go to bed. I need a break.
You look at the clock. It's 7:45.
I know.
It's that time for last call.
Yeah.
So true. By the way, Georgia says, "Send me help, please." It's an all dude show today. Ashley slept in. Gina's not feeling well. Georgia's running the controls. It's all dudes today. It is 7 o'clock. Thanks for listening to the show. We do appreciate it. It's Andrews in the morning. If you guys get with Demetrius Nicodemus,
Bratwurst edition.
Bratwurst. If you guys get a chance, share the feed. Say, "Hey, I listen every morning. These guys are awesome." If you get a chance to do that, or comment, or hit the like button or the love button, or the little guy that holds you in a nice little hug. Maybe send that one to us. Appreciate that one. I like that one. I use that one probably more than I should, but I don't know if people think it's creepy, or I'm always hitting the guy with the hugs. Oh, hug guy. Anyway, so I do care. All right, so a bunch of stuff I want to get to in the celebrity world. First of all, JoJo Siwa, who is from Dance Moms.
Yeah.
She's now
right?
She's now 17. She has just said that she is now a lesbian. She is currently in a long-distance relationship with the most amazing, wonderful, perfect, most beautiful girlfriend in the world. The star did not identify her partner by name, but she started saying that She's very happy right
He's
now.
bi, actually. She said.
Oh.
She's
Okay.
greedy.
Greedy.
Take a side already, JoJo.
Yeah.
You know. They say that some. What was I going to say? Oh, that some men or families get so distraught when they find out their kid's going to be gay, and then the kid doesn't want to tell them they're gay and whatever. I hope my guys are assholes. Guys are assholes. Guys smell. Guys are the worst. Like I would love for my girl to be gay. Guys will fuck you over, and then if for no reason, I don't want my girls to have
wait a minute. We all know that girls could be just as much assholes as guys.
No,
and especially on that side, because they get haircuts and that indicate that they're just like a dude. So I don't want to fucking hear that. Like, we all know there's bad shit on everybody's side. Being gay doesn't mean you kind of insulate yourself from assholeness.
Yeah, well, but if you're a woman, women still buy. Even if you're gay, women are still they still have women some sort of women part to them. Women are more caring than dudes. I don't.
You do realize that there is a lot of unspoken domestic violence in homosexual relationships, right?
Oh, Jesus, dude, come on.
How do you know that if it's unspoken?
It's not unspoken.
Like,
as in not like not turning into the police.
Do they just walk by you with a napkin that says "help" and nobody? And you're the only one
not turned into not turned into the police and stuff. Like it's a pervasive problem.
And you don't think dudes are abusers way more than girls? Stop. But that doesn't even make
wait
sense.
a minute. There are a lot of unreported domestic abuse cases where women put their hands on men all the time, and guys don't report it because cops laugh at them. Now,
true. Demetrius, you need help?
No.
Blink twice.
I'll hold up my napkin.
I don't know.
But
I'm supposed to joke about that, but that was really funny.
I apologize.
But it was funny.
I do, but still, I would rather have my girls with in a girl relationship.
I just always thought my odds were good that it would happen because I have 4 daughters, so there's a chance. Just the odds are that one of them might be bi or gay. So yeah, so I've just always been ready for it.
Did you ever see that commercial? I shared it on Facebook one time. It came out like a month or so ago, and I think it was an M&M's commercial. And girl brings her girlfriend home for the first time to meet her dad, and her dad's like typical dad, like doesn't want her to be in that relationship, and the new girl's kind of uncomfortable in the house, but they're kind of staying the weekend, and they're like sneaking hand holding on the couch, and dad's just gruff and grumbling, not saying much, and whatever. And then and they wake up one morning, and then they look out of the bedroom window, and dad has painted the fence rainbow. It's like the cutest, the sweetest thing ever.
Thought you were gonna say there was a truck waiting outside. Big bow on it.
He still couldn't bring himself to accept the relationship or even verbalize it. But I'll put some paint on the fence.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm coming around.
Brought them all together. You see.
I'll wake up in the middle of the night and start this and fucking grumble to myself as I paint this fucking fence because I know when they leave, I'm gonna have to paint it back again. I could have just said, "I love you two, and I love all the decisions that you make." But instead, I like to do this outward shit where I work shit out and make my daughter look at her girlfriend and say, "My dad's a little weird."
How often does he paint that fence? It really depends on what's going on.
I know. You should have seen what happened when I brought a black guy home.
or his wife says, "I think your dad's mad at me. I saw the fence. He painted it red."
Yeah. Well, that's how dad indicates his emotions. He paints that fucking fence.
Was it a Sherwin-Williams?
It's the rare mood fence.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah,
He goes to Sherwin Williams to get painted. Like, all right, what happened, Joe?
Joe needs 13 gallons of hot pink. I think he's going through a panty stage.
All right, other celebrity news. Kanye West
Uh-oh.
reportedly, this is so funny. So him and Kim are kind of separating or broke up or whatever the hell's going on. I don't even keep track. But Kanye West reportedly moves 500 pairs of sneakers out of Kim's home. What if he's carrying them one at a time, like tied to the laces tied together around his shoulder?
That's
looking at her,
passive aggressive shit that like a man who's upset would do. One pair at a time, and just like as he walks out the door, just stare real hard.
Yeah, just keep eye contact the whole time.
There's no word if they were all Yeezys, but you can only assume he's got so sad. He's just got all his sneakers and walking out the door. I'll see you later, Kim.
But the fact that he has 500 pair, has he worn every single pair?
No.
I don't think. How could you?
Why would you own shoes you're not wearing?
because he makes shoes. Like if I own a shirt factory, I'm gonna have a lot of shirts laying around. I'm not gonna wear
in
them.
the factory, not in your home.
Are you really gonna have just a lot of like shirts, like because you own a shirt factory? Do you think that's the same case for anybody who owns a factory? Like there's a guy who's like, I got a shit ton of combs. I own a comb factory. I just got combs laying around. And golf club guy is like, shit, I trip over these golf clubs every goddamn day. I shouldn't have thought over that fucking golf club factory. Shit.
Aaron Rodgers.
Yes, I think that happens, yes.
Aaron Rodgers is dating actress Shailene Woodley from Big Little Liars. He's 37. She's 29. They're in a long distance relation for the most part, as Rodgers has his sights set on Super Bowl 40. LV is LV 40.
No, he doesn't.
Oh, his season came to an end on January 24th. What do you mean he doesn't? They're talking about next year.
That's like 50 something.
Oh, LV is? Okay. First reported Rodgers and Woodley's relationship, with a source calling the romance private and low key. They've seen each other and been in touch.
Out the window now.
Yeah, they continue to talk and see each other when they can. They're both focused on their career, but they also make time for each other. Remember Rodgers' first relationship since Danica Patrick, which he split. They were together a couple years, and he previously dated actress Olivia Munn for 3 years.
It's a really nice picture. I just can't understand why he wears his whole uniform out on dates with him
every time. It's the only way people recognize him. He goes,
wait, you look familiar. Can you put this helmet on? Oh,
and he just walks in. He walks around and he goes, wait a minute.
All right, back. I do want to go back for just a second, because Becky brings up a good point. Would it be harder for you if your son was saying he was gay? Like, because I said I was okay if my wife, and I was okay if my daughters. No, I wouldn't.
I was okay with my wife.
Yeah, I would be upset if my wife was gay. Well, I don't know if I would. No, I wouldn't care if my son was gay, and not in the least.
Right.
Speaking of which, so I was talking to Sugar yesterday, and Sugar, oh my stars! I'm like, what happened? Sugar's like, I haven't worn glitter in weeks, but there's glitter on the grill.
What grill? Like her outdoor grill?
I'm going to need an extensive list of your restaurants so I know not to order from them.
A piece of glitter. That's the second time. I'm like, Sugar. I said, maybe it was in one of your folds.
Oh, your grill. Okay.
The grill. All right. Anyway, let's go to this. Alex Rodriguez allegedly faced, he's in the relationship with Jennifer Lopez, former baseball star. Alex Rodriguez, A-Rod, allegedly FaceTimed Southern Charms Madison before rumors.
That's the guy? Oh, shit.
What?
Who's Southern Charms Madison?
Okay. All right. First of all, let me just tell you, I have a confession to make. Have you ever just been exposed to something in the background for so long that before you realize it, you are now vested in whatever has been exposed to you?
Sure.
Well, my wife watches Southern Charm, and I have actively hated on it and just ignored it. But it has been on in the background so much that sometimes, like, somebody will say some shit and my ears go, what the fuck? And so, like, I started paying attention. So this Madison girl, it was the reunion show, and all the dudes started fucking, nobody wanted to say his name, but they were all like, you fucked this retired MLB player.
No!
Yeah. And they were like, we got the fucking text messages. Bitch, don't fucking say you didn't. You fucking went to Miami to meet this dude. Blah, blah, blah. And
did you know who it was at the time?
No. They kept on saying this huge MLB star. And I'm like, well, you know, I okay. And I thought they were fucking it up because I also thought that, because listen to this bitch. Okay. So anyway, let me just tell you.
Yes, go, please, please, girls.
So
spill the tea.
There's also a rumor going around. Now, girls, listen. I swear to God, this is gonna make you fucking grab your panties. Now, there's also a rumor going around that she may have also fucked Jay Cutler. Now, this may be.
While he was married.
Yes. So, and I always said, I don't find a man whose head looks like a thumb very attractive, but I am not one to pick on somebody whose thing turns somebody else on. So anyway, I could be speaking out of turn, but there also is that rumor that she inserted herself into that marriage and had sex with that thumbhead boy. So
I mean, there was insertion, but I don't think she was the one doing it.
That whore.
Yes. So this is what I know. They had called her out on the reunion show and literally said that she was banging this MLB player. And I was aghast. I said only a godless, heathenous bitch would do something like that.
Well, girl, I clutched my pearls when you told me.
Shit, I about shit myself, sister.
Hey, so can somebody explain to me what the hell Southern Charms is?
It is a reality show about young, rich, white Southern people, and
so Real Housewives, basically. Okay.
Yeah, and it's literally it's watching old money interact with new money, and in Charleston.
It sounds awesome. Terrible.
Two things are funny. Number one, stupid Colleen will watch this dumb LMN channel, which is the Lifetime Movie Network. And I hate on it all the time. Same thing. And then I swear they'll catch me in one of those movies like the Where's Madison, the little girl that disappeared in Britain or whatever, and the parents were on vacation. Like, I got into that movie, and there was another movie where this couple, she was American, he was Mexican. She moves to Mexico. The Mexican drug lords snatch this dude up because they have money, and they keep him for ransom. And I guess that's how the drug cartels in Mexico, this is a true story, this is how the drug cartels in Mexico make money. They just kidnap people. And then you pay the ransoms, and then you get the people back and whatever. And so I got into that. So there's like movies. I'm like, damn, why did I get into this stupid thing? Because she was watching it, and I'm watching in the background, and I'm hating on it. And then next thing you know, I'm watching this stupid movie all the way till the end.
Yeah. Oh my God. Like, I am invested in so many dumbass reality shows right now that I look myself in the mirror every day and I say this. I go, I hate you. I hate what you've become. I hate who you are right now. And then I rush to the living room to catch Total Bellas.
Total Bellas. Oh my God, dude, you need to get out of the house, bro. You
ain't kidding. You ain't
go
kidding.
Golfing something, bro.
Man, I tell you what, I go outside now and I just look at guys and I just go, you know, he ain't treating her right. I watch.
He better watch himself.
Right?
Yep.
Okay, real quick. Sugar, where is Sugar at? Sugar will be coming back. So here's how Sugar did it. Such a diva. She's like, I just want to let you know that I started setting my alarm at 6:30. So I know I can get up. So now I'm gonna be coming back. It just takes me a few days to start getting back in the process. So I'm thinking Monday Sugar will be back. And someone asked anyway. All right. So Alex Rodriguez FaceTimed with Charms Madison amid rumors, according to her Bravo co-star Danny Baird. In an interview on a podcast, Danny was asked about the rumors. Madison and A-Rod had an affair amid his engagement to Jennifer Lopez. Though Danny couldn't confirm the rumor, she claimed that Madison told her that she FaceTimed Rodriguez months before the season 7 reunion where the rumors originated, which, D, you were just talking about. So.
But, I mean, what was supposed to have happened on the FaceTime that suggested an affair?
First of all, you're talking to her.
Yeah.
You get to see J-Lo naked every day. What the fuck are you doing? What the fuck? She's 20-something. Like, she ain't got shit. She ain't about shit. What are you doing?
Well, you are a girl.
Yeah.
I mean, but what I'm saying is the allegation that they were that it was a sexy FaceTime call, or was it possibly a business type call, or just a friendly call?
Yes,
I mean,
that's right.
Oh, it's all business, baby.
You, my friend.
No, just saying that they FaceTime together doesn't necessarily suggest that they did anything together.
Christopher, do you hear that noise right now? Even over the internet, you can hear it. That's pussy slamming shut as you talk.
Oh, whoa. To me.
So what you're saying right now, if you FaceTimed with some woman that you happen to be friends with, your wife would get pissed at you.
Tiefel, speaking like a dude that's never been in a relationship.
I have been in relationships. Don't even give me that shit.
Donny, so if you look back and there's a Jennifer in your phone, Georgia jumped on.
Georgia's like,
first of all, I'm married. I don't have women friends.
Damn right.
Because I'm not stupid. Number two, and if I did,
I didn't say it was smart to have female friends.
Last thing I'm going to do is
having
FaceTime
a female friend
Hold
and
on.
being on a call with a female friend doesn't necessarily suggest sexy time.
Let Donny
Oh my
go ahead,
God.
Donny.
I'm just saying, I'm smart enough not to have any friends, and I'm smart enough not to FaceTime them if I did.
I'll let you know, Chris, if there's a Jennifer in my phone and there's a completed FaceTime in my history and Colleen grabs it and sees that, dude, I can't say, oh, she was ordering a burrito. Why that bitch got to FaceTime you? Why can't you do that over the phone?
yeah.
You're telling me there aren't a lot of women in your contacts that you have either regular or semi-regular contact with without Colleen being involved.
Hey, that just woke Ashley up.
You run like 50 businesses. You run like 50 businesses, Andrew. There's no way you don't have random women you have contact with that Colleen doesn't know about.
No, there isn't.
And you know
There
what?
isn't.
And you know what? I don't even know what any of my exes are doing because she has blocked them all from my phone and my social media.
We've all been through that.
And I'm not.
That doesn't change what I said.
And I'm not smart enough to unblock them. Go ahead, Georgia.
Uh-oh.
Here we go. Okay. No, I had my mic muted for reasons.
Producing awesome.
Shut up. I could do a better job than you any day. Anyways.
All right, go ahead, Georgia.
Michael does not have one female friend that I don't know and are friends with. If she doesn't talk to me, she's not allowed to talk to him.
Yeah.
If
that seems healthy.
If he has a female call him or FaceTime him, it's usually somebody I already know or I'm really good friends with, and they tell me. You don't do that if you are married or in a serious relationship.
But again, we don't know that J-Lo doesn't know that he didn't have the FaceTime call.
Really? Because it came out like, let's just say if she did, she probably would have come out with a statement much earlier, right? Has she said anything?
Shit.
You know why she hasn't? Because she's still fucking yelling at him.
Yeah. It hasn't even stopped. It's been 4 days. Ashley heard this and jumped up. Where's it?
She's getting her hair done. She's getting ready.
She's like, what? Did I?
Look, there she is.
Right there in the corner.
Poking her head in. So Ashley,
Actually, don't ever leave me alone with these 4 again, please.
Chris said that, and women all over the city woke up.
There you go.
I said, I'm willing to look like this on camera to know what the you guys are talking about.
No, it's
my husband's FaceTiming someone? What?
No.
Christopher's
A-Rod was FaceTiming some other girl like 6 months ago, and everyone's trying to suggest that they had an affair just because of that one call.
Who, A-Rod with the Southern Charm girl?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Oh my God. And she is such a sleaze for even bringing that up. What is the point of that? That's what I want to know.
Well, do you think, Ashley, the question was, and actually it wasn't even a question because, Captain Masturbates Alone happened to fucking
First
make
off,
this
everybody
statement.
masturbates alone. So don't even
That's
give me
not
that
true.
shit.
That's not true. Not everybody masturbates alone. Only people who got something to hide. Now, Chris wanted to infer that just because there was a FaceTime message.
I'm not the one inferring anything. You guys are inferring a relationship by one phone call.
He said it was totally innocent.
I didn't say it was. I said it could have been.
Hold on, Chris. Okay, we get it.
And maybe
no, you don't get it because my argument's being misrepresented.
Okay, well,
okay. Here's all right. Here's just the facts. Maybe there was nothing going on. Maybe it was a business call. Who's to say why a 50-year-old retired baseball player would reach out to a 20-something Southern girl?
We actually don't know who called who.
Yeah,
especially when you're in bed with J-Lo. I mean, did none of us watch her last year at the Super Bowl?
No,
damn.
If he's cheating on J-Lo, fuck him. That's just a completely ridiculously stupid thing to do. But one FaceTime call where we don't even know who called who, what it was about, doesn't suggest a relationship.
It's not just one.
He's done this multiple times.
Yeah, first of all, he's got a history of cheating.
Oh, see, that I didn't know.
Well,
he's cheated on J-Lo before.
J-Lo's cheated on a lot of her fair share in her time, so maybe they just have an understanding. We don't really know what
I can't get mad at J-Lo, though, because, damn, she's hot.
Yeah, exactly.
But also, for the ladies, it just goes to show that you could be motherfucking J-Lo, and men are still going to do their dirty work.
Men are still assholes. Yep, it does.
Yeah.
What do they say? They say,
20-year-old.
They say, show me a hot girl, and I'll show you someone that's tired of doing her.
That seems pretty harsh, but yeah, probably.
I know. Man, that's why. Going back to that's why I want my daughters to be gay. Guys are assholes.
So are women.
No, women are not on near the level.
Don't even look like that, Georgia. You're an asshole, and you know it.
Oh, I'm a total bitch. I know that for a fact. I'm thinking of my cousin Janaea, who is gay. Damn, she can be heartless as fuck.
Yeah, but still not as bad as men.
Right? No,
just as mean. She's almost 6'5" and like 250.
Oh,
she's a big girl.
Wow. So she gets girlfriends by telling them.
Welcome to the relationship.
I'll pick you up at 8.
Oh my God, I can't. All right,
put you in my car.
All right, I have one more. Kelly Kowalko burst into tears.
Is that how you pronounce that?
Isn't it Kelly Kowalko from Big Bang Theory? Mm-hmm. She was never nominated. What?
I've never known how to pronounce her name, so that's why I was curious.
Kowalko. Yeah, Kaylee Kowalko. I'm sorry, Kaylee Kowalko. Kowalko is the last name. But anyway, she burst into tears when she learned she was nominated for her first Golden Globe Award. Out of all her work on Big Bang Theory, she was never nominated one time, but she has now been nominated for her leading role on HBO Max's The Flight Attendant.
Which is awesome.
And she shared video of herself. I haven't seen it Wednesday bursting. She
wasn't even recognized for her work in Charmed?
No.
Or in 8 Simple Rules?
Oh.
Yes, 8 Simple Rules.
Man.
Although them trying to keep it going after John Ritter died was just awful.
Yeah. I know. Should have
been 9 Simple Rules. After something like that happens, end the show.
Shut it down. Shut it the fuck down. All right, let's anyway, so there was a lot of entertainment news we wanted to get to. We got to a lot of it. Good morning, Ashley.
Well, I still have Demetrius's birthday present I wanted to show you guys.
Oh, let's see. Now's the time.
Yes. So D, your birthday present came in the other day, and Ashley and I thought of you when we saw this. It just perfectly represents your love of politics and Marvel Universe. So let me see if I can put this up here. So this,
you know what's funny is I'm gonna wear the shit out of that.
I'm bringing it over this weekend.
Good times. Happy birthday, bro. When's your birthday? You already had your birthday. It wasn't like a week ago?
I already had my birthday. No, it was remember it was the same day as your daughter's.
Yeah, the 20th.
Yeah, the 20th.
So like 2 weeks ago. Oh, but all right. So you're just getting the present, though. I got you.
Yeah. Remember what I said? The logistics and the shipping, all that.
Oh yeah,
took a long time.
Oh, yeah. You ordered it on his birthday. That's right. But you weren't supposed to give that secret away. All right, Tiefel. It's time for Ebenezer's WTF news. Ebenezer Bushrod, go right ahead.
Well, in February of 1959, there were a group of experienced hikers that went out into the Ural Mountains and then were later found dead with mysterious injuries and hypothermia and everything. And it's known as the Dyatlov Pass incident. And it spurned a lot of conspiracy theories. I don't know how to pronounce it. Dyatlov.
What the fuck? I literally thought you were having a stroke.
Yeah, I know, right? Well, try speaking Russian. Every time you listen to it, they're all having strokes. Anyway, it spawned a lot of conspiracy theories and a lot of theories on how these people ended up meeting their maker, and all that has been pretty much settled due to a new investigation that started in 2019 and used algorithms from the movie the movie Frozen. On there, the researchers noticed the realistic physics that they used in the movie for the way snow moves, and used those algorithms.
Which movie? Frozen? Are we talking about the Disney movie?
The Disney.
The animated movie, not this fucking Frozen thing on Hulu that I keep seeing.
Now you make me curious. I gotta go look for that.
I know. Okay. I didn't know.
So it's the animated movie. Researchers noticed the realistic physics for how snow moves in the movie, and so they requested the coding and the algorithms they used to make that, and they used those and adapted them to models to then be able to definitively say that it was an avalanche that came down and injured them, forced them out into the weather with inadequate clothing, and where some eventually died from their injuries and others eventually died from hypothermia.
So couldn't we adequately say that maybe we probably shouldn't have described them as experienced hikers?
Well, in this one instance, there was always the belief too that they panicked. Through the model, they determined that they didn't panic; they were forced out of their tents with the inadequate because of the avalanche happening and the way it happened on there. So that was that. So a 62-year-old mystery has been solved thanks to Frozen.
All right.
The mystery of blah, 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 blah,
exactly.
Blah, blah, blah.
The Dyatlov Pass incident. On there. Well, let's see. A customer.
Chris, let it go.
Let it go. So that movie sucks. Anyway, moving on. So the McDonald's in the UK apparently missed off one of their customers enough because they say they got into the drive-through line in time for breakfast, but did not get up to the window in time to order breakfast. Okay. So they weren't able to have their breakfast.
It was after 10:30. I hate when that happens.
Apparently, it's 11 in the UK.
Okay.
And they did not get up there to do it, and so then the police received a phone call from this customer complaining that they weren't able to get their breakfast, even though they were totally in line before the 11 o'clock cutoff.
If you've got if you're in line, but if you get to that window and it's past time, you're fucked. And here's the way my life goes. The way my life goes is if it's 10:29 and I want breakfast, they'll have already switched over to lunch. And if it's 10:29 and I want lunch, they will still have breakfast. And they're going to tell me 10 more minutes.
Right.
That is the way my life always goes.
The rule.
Yeah, I know. It's my that's my euphemism for life.
So police just want to remind people again. Do not call 911 because you can't get your breakfast or because they happen to be out of your favorite item at the moment. 911 is not the appropriate venue to solve your consumer complaints.
Gotcha. Okay.
Every time I see a car pull out of the drive-through lane, that's always the first thing I think is I'm like, depending on what time, I'm like, those bitches are still serving breakfast.
And I see.
And it is Sundays. It is 11. It's 10:30 Monday through Saturday, I think.
So every time something like this happens, where like somebody calls the cops because they couldn't get their breakfast or because they were out of their item, all I could think about is that scene with Michael Douglas in the movie Falling Down, where he's in the restaurant and he's got the big bag of guns and he just starts going off on the manager because it's like only 2 minutes past the deadline for breakfast and they've got a sandwich sitting right there.
And they can't sell it.
So,
what else?
All right. So apparently the organized crime in Naples is trying to order ambulances not to use their sirens and lights when responding to emergencies because it's disturbing drug dealers in the cities and scaring off their customers because they think the police are coming. There have been several incidences of ambulances being stopped by men on motor scooters and having guns pointed at them and threaten their lives for using their lights and sirens, to the point where now ambulances are having to be escorted by police into certain areas or are just not using their sirens until they're leaving a certain area of the city.
I just want to point out how funny it would be if like 3 guys on scooters pulled up on you and then pulled guns. Me.
It's gonna be 3 flattened mopeds.
I know. I'm like, are you on a Huffy moped? Is that? What kind of fucking mafia are you in?
But it's also having a side effect where now ambulances that are not able to use their sirens or lights or are being stopped by these organized crime individuals to be lectured about using their lights and sirens are arriving late to calls.
See, if someone in a moped pulls up and I'm in a car, I just do this. I know what I'm going to do. I've got my foot on 1 foot on the gas, 1 foot on the brake, and I go 1, 2, 3, and I go bam, and I turn sideways, and then that way, then I'm gone at the same time. And if they're in front of me, they get run over.
I just roll down my window and laugh, laugh, and go, wow, you've never ever seen a girl naked, have you? Not even in the mafia. That is, man, your life must be so sad. You like got into a gig that you thought would bring you respect, and they threw you the keys to a moped.
I remember having a moped when I was 16. I loved it. I was like, me and another buddy had mopeds.
Yeah, we heard the story.
Would you love it if you were in the mob?
You were a high school pimp. We've heard this story.
What was that, Demetrius? I wasn't in the mob.
Would you love it if you were in the mob and they were like, Antonio, you you're in the family. Here's your moped. Here's your
gun. And here's your Honda Spree.
Are you gonna give me a fucking a stick of gum and a slingshot too? What kind of fucking mob is this? Fucking Luigi, he got an Alfa Romero and a pistol. You guys give me a goddamn boxing glove and a moped and tell me to dodge. Boo.
Gianni got a Cadillac. What am I getting? A Honda Spree? What is that? What are you doing?
Well, we're a startup mob, and we're gonna give you future shares. We just ask you for a commitment now, knowing that you're in on the ground floor of this mob family. Just know that.
We're gonna get big.
But it's having where now they're catching the ire of family members because they're arriving late to calls, sometimes too late to calls, and family members are then beating up the ambulance crews for not arriving on time to save their loved one.
But when it comes to being shot or being beat up, I think you're gonna have a better luck with getting beat up. So I mean,
like how's How does that message sound? Like, are you the head of the mob, and then you bring in all your drug guys, and you're like, look, guys, your sales are down. What's going on? And then somebody's like, boss, the ambulances are scaring my customers, and so they're not buying my drugs, and it's all because of the ambulance. And then the mob boss is like, all right, well, I'll make a call, and I'll tell them to stop fucking running their sirens. Who does that?
Yeah.
Who?
Well, and you gotta think the mob is really the most dangerous multi-level marketing scheme ever. It's like,
Right?
all right, you need to bring in 3 people, Luigi.
All right, your drug sales are down, but your It Works and Thrive is up 25%.
All right, thank you, Tiefel. That is Ebenezer.
Why? One more.
Oh, well, hurry up.
Okay, well, no, a recent study has taken upon themselves to study the old adage of money doesn't buy happiness. And they've come away from their study with the conclusion that that's complete bullshit.
Right.
So they recruited students in the UK, and they had one group of students donate over 100 euros to a cause that they believe in. Then they had the other group of students, and they just gave them 100 euros. And then initially, the happiness was pretty much on par. The people that had given of themselves and given their money to a charity, really, they had a little bit of a high from it and everything, which is what most studies conclude. But then they followed up a month later, and the students who had given the money were finding themselves less happy than those who had been given the money. Probably because they're students and they had bills, and you just made them give away a bunch of money. So, but their conclusion basically is that there is a positive effect initially, but over time, happiness fades on it, and getting the money is far better than giving the money.
That thing wouldn't have taken me 2 months to fucking do. It would have been, let me just tell you how much fucking research I would have required to tell you whether or not this study was true or not. I would have presented my theory to get the funding. I would have been like, here's my idea. Money maybe buys happiness. And they were like, okay, we like your idea. Here's a couple $1 million to get it done. And I'm like, oh, look, my research is done. You gave me $2 million. I'm fucking happy. Thank you. Have the rest of your day.
Look at the smile.
Yeah, the argument on its face has always been ridiculous. And like, while money itself may not buy the direct happiness, it buys the circumstances where I don't have to worry about a bunch of other crap, and I can concentrate on what makes me happy.
I agree. All right, that is Ebenezer Bushrod's WTF News, rounding out the week. All Dude Thursday.
You notice we're done before 7:40 this week with no women on the show.
Demetrius Nicodemus, you better watch it.
Dude, what? Dude, you're just racking up credit in celibacy.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm Andrew Z. Have a great week. We'll see you next week, Monday. Bye, everybody.
Come on!